The brand new Myslf Le Parfum by Yves Saint Laurent is finally here. Let me tell you something. If you're a fan of the original, if you like that bright orange blossom, citrusy, aromatic vibe, so clean and professional, you want some added vanilla and amber into the mix, make sure to stay tuned. Now, before I begin today's review and I tell you all about the brand new fragrance by Yves Saint Laurent, this one is called Myslf Le Parfum. It just came out, and of course, it captures the tendencies from the original and yet puts a nice, interesting little twist on things. I want to start the video off first by saying that if you're a fan of fragrance-related content, and of course, if you love smelling your best, hit subscribe, hit the bell icon, and give this video a thumbs up for the YouTube algorithm. It would really mean a lot to me. So, what can we expect with the brand new I almost said Libre Le Parfum because they do have a women's fragrance called Libre. Myslf Le Parfum. Well, the original, all about the orange blossom. There's some bergamot, there's some citrusy tendencies. And I've always mentioned, you know, I kind of get like this cashmeron, lavender, clary sage vibe. A lot of these modern designer releases are going into that modern aromatic territory. And I don't think the new Le Parfum is any exception. As a matter of fact, I think they took the original DNA and they've enriched it in several different ways. So I'm really looking forward to giving you my thoughts on this one. Let's take a quick look at the presentation first. So right in the opening of this fragrance, the first thing you're going to think to yourself is, oh, this smells like Myslf by Yves Saint Laurent. And of course, this isn't too strong of a deviation from the original, and I don't think the brand ever wanted it to be. As a matter of fact, I find the original to be very accommodating, very mass appealing. As a matter of fact, I think it's a huge compliment getter, and I've personally received any number of compliments wearing the original, and on many occasions, people have approached me and said, oh, what you're wearing smells good. As a matter of fact, I was at the bank yesterday and I was talking to my teller, and she complimented me, and it was funny because she was wearing Libre Intense and I was wearing this one, and it was just kind of a funny coincidence that we were both wearing a YSL fragrance, but nevertheless, I digress. So the new Le Parfum version takes that aromatic sort of orange blossom thing that's happening in the original, and it adds vanilla and amber in the dry down. That's the simplest way for me to convey it in sort of layman's terms. Is the vanilla gourmand? No, it's not. Is the amber overly resinous? No, it's not. You don't have that balsamic tendency in the dry down, but you can tell there is something residing underneath that is kind of bolstering it up. Let me be honest with you. I think this one would preclude the purchase of this one. I don't think the purchase for this one would be necessary. That's what I'm trying to say. It would preclude having to purchase this one. The original Myslf is great. It's a compliment getter. It's aromatic, it's fresh, it's masculine. It has a timeless appeal to it while still capturing that modernity. The Le Parfum is going to give you the extra hours of longevity that you might not get from the original. Depends on the climate, your skin chemistry, your pH levels, all that stuff. You know that. But with the Le Parfum, you're going to get a couple extra hours. And not only that, you're going to get a more complex DNA. It's a bit richer. Will I personally repurchase the Eau de Toilette, or the original, I should say? I don't even know if it's an Eau de Toilette. No, it's an Eau de Parfum, pardon me. Would I repurchase the original? No, I wouldn't. I would just keep going with this one. Not to mention that the matte black presentation is so sleek. I love it. So I hope you have an opportunity to try it, and I'm going to drop all of the relevant links down below. They're not affiliate links, and this is not a sponsored video in any way, but I just want to review brand new releases, put them on the map for you. Let's go ahead and finish things off with my overall assessment. So first up, in terms of the uniqueness and the overall smell, well, it's a flanker, and I do admire the fact that they took the existing DNA and they amplified it by adding a little bit of vanilla and amber in the dry down. Job well done by the folks over at YSL. As far as the longevity is concerned, you're gonna get about 8 to 9 hours longevity. With the original, you'll get about 7 or 8. It depends on your skin chemistry, the climate in which you live. Projection, very good for the first hour of application. The original is going to be more diffusive, so it's going to radiate just a little bit beyond an arm's length. The Le Parfum at an arm's length, but I think the performance is going to be a bit more consistent and it's going to last longer. As far as the versatility is concerned, it is masculine leaning. Of course, had it been a little bit sweeter, maybe we could have played around with that, but not necessarily here. I think it's better for the colder months of the year, and I would say maybe like fall. I think fall is the ideal, you know, time of the, if they ever make like a Myslf elixir, I can see that being like a wintertime type of a fragrance, especially if they spice it up the way that other brands are tending to do. But for the time being, I think you can wear it any time of the year as long as it's in a climate controlled environment, but because of that added vanilla and amber, I can see this one being great for the fall. I think this one will appeal to anybody of any age, and I think it has a formal and casual appeal, although I will argue the original Myslf is a bit more on the casual side of things. Presentation, I do like the matte black presentation. I think it is in some ways an upgrade over the existing one. My final verdict on this fragrance is it is a solid release. If you want to smell different, you want to get compliments, you like the original Myslf, you want an improvement as far as the performance is concerned, and perhaps you want a couple extra hours of longevity and a more complex DNA, definitely make sure to check out the brand new Myslf Le Parfum by Yves Saint Laurent. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this review, and I hope you took something of value from this video. And if you did, please do consider supporting the channel by clicking subscribe, hitting the bell, and giving this video a thumbs up for the YouTube algorithm. Thanks again for watching. I love you all, and we'll see you tomorrow with a new episode. Bye.